The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the tailback. Creates a little room. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line, and the running game making its presence felt. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Toss to the outside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. On the run, it's Lewis. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he's going to go up top. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Finds him in by himself. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gets it out fast. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Defense just has to do a better job in coverage, guys. They did a great job taking away the quarterback's initial primary target, but then they left that guy completely wide open. Somebody busted on the back end.
And the Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Looking for the goal line. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. The sneak scores it.
It's just so nice to have a signal guard who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Caught in the backfield, it's Nicholson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Powers through. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
Off play action. He unleashes a long one. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Alabama! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. A lot of we ares inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable. They're up by 21 over Temple. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Off the play fake on first down to throw. There's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Got it in the middle. It's Miller.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. He's going to let it go. Caught at the 25. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Might be changing the route. Grabbed behind the line, it's Porter. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll move the tight end. Back to pass on second down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he elevates over his man.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Makes a man miss. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Carr. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Punt is on its way. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Send the tight end in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course, he wants to take the top off. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the returner goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put...
Turning it on! Fires to the big fella. Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Got enough for the 1st. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. The give from the gun. Running to Green. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be fourth down.
Job by the defense on fourth down, going up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Hard running there. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Runs through a tackle. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Rush is on him. He throws one to the left. And it falls in, complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
And I'd like to see the receivers do a better job fighting to get open on that scramble play. The quarterback's flushed out. He's working to his left. You now need to break the route off. You got to run with him. Someone's got to go down the boundary. Someone's got to come back to the quarterback and give him a place to go with the ball.
Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A little release to the back. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He gets a block. They finally make the stop after a terrific return, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Going right to work up top. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Carr. Keeps looking downfield. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a
defense a ton of credit there on third down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback. He has tremendous arm talent. He threw that thing more than 60 yards in the air. But the defenders on the back end stayed in position, made sure there wasn't a catch. That was a fantastic play defensively.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They kick it away on fourth down. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Off play action on first down. He fires to the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Forced out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun. Fires left. He makes a catch. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Scrambling away. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Here we go, here we go.
The play action fake. Quarterback moving. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll run play action. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And from a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Bring in the heat. Snagged in the middle, it's Porter. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Snatches it on the right. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the offense will take any help it can get, and it got a little.
Let's go.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Quarterback extends the play. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. No step back at week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Trying to get the edge on the toss. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Nice move to keep running. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Motion from the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Nicholson. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be legal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
On the move. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they're inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one up. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Throws to the wideout. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trip to the end zone, his 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run. They're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Pulls it in. It's Hudson.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy.
He'll take the deep shot. Pass is incomplete, but I think the defense was offsides, and this will probably be a first down. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Here comes the heat. He's not afraid to go deep. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. He's looking downfield to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Nicholson. Still running at the 40. He's loose. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Lets it go to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw because that play was there to be made.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one.
Black 14.
To the air, it's Russell. Looking for the score. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
He's going to throw deep right side. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tight end now in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Looking to get it in.
That is such a good job by the defense on 3rd down in their own end, rallying to the drag throw. Lots of offenses love to throw that because oftentimes there's a pick, a guy gets free, and he's able to just walk in. But the defense was prepared, and they're ready for it. They make the tackle inbounds, now setting up 4th.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The Crimson Tide pinned deep in their own end, trying to find a little breathing room.
Here we go.
Using his legs, it's Lewis. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
A run for the quarterback. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Bama! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch it, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Wisconsin is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been jumping around since the first whistle. They're up by 24 over Colorado State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Trying play action. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game.
Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it on the left. They were backed up and now more than out of trouble at the midfield stripe.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And man, 3 plays into this drive, and it's apparent what this offense wants to do. They're going to take shots down the field. They're going to be aggressive.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the boot, looking for his man. With the catch, it's Thurman. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. To the air, it's St. Clair. Pocket breaking down. Escapes the sack. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he's got it! Touchdown, Buckeyes! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hampton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll send the back in motion. Shakes off the defender. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Sticks it in his belly. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll set up to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's out past the 35. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Jones. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Going for the big play. Makes the grab down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll run it from the gun. Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Dropping back, it's Russell. Here's a heat. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown tie! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Using his feet. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his hand down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. This quarterback part of their running game. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Alabama.
One more play to pad the stats. Takes the handoff. It's Pringle. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it.